Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We're looking at what's coming up this week in Star Citizen, but also a summary of last week and what's happening with some new Alpha 3.17.2 and 3.18 updates. Cloud Imperium put out a This Week in Star Citizen post. Dynamic events, Siege of Orison and Jumpdown 2.0 are in full swing and will continue to rule the Stanton system until later this week. Don't miss your chance to get involved in exciting battles, both against the Ninetales gang and your fellow citizens. Events last for 24 hours on the day that they are on, starting at midnight UTC. We've got Jumpdown 2.0 on the 9th of August, the 10th of August, and the 11th of August are both Siege of Orison. In addition, we announced the return of fan favourite The Ship Showdown, coming to you on August 15th. So while you're out there laying siege to your enemies in our latest dynamic events, take the excellent opportunity to put your favourite vehicle through its paces and collect epic screenshots and video for the upcoming Ship Showdown. There are various Cloud Imperium shows and posts coming up through the week as well. Later on Tuesday, we have the narrative team publishing Bremen Beltway, an article that delves into the history behind the secret route that successfully smuggled political distance out of the Messer-controlled UEE and into Xi'an space. Thursday, we've got an all-vehicle sprint report edition of Inside Star Citizen, leading up to next week's Ship Showdown. Obviously, this year, it sounds like it's going to be vehicle-heavy as well. Interesting. I do think that ships will still win. Friday, we have a Star Citizen Live on the Star Citizen Twitch channel at 3 PM UTC. Martin Mills, master of the Star Kart racetrack, is there for a game dev episode building a new track with player feedback. Sort of quite interesting to see how modular and easy it is for them to build racetracks, because we know we're getting that new Star Kart racing potentially in 3.18. Cloud Imperium also put out a little post on the Ship Showdown. First time, the Ship Showdown is a month-long multi-phase aerospace smackdown where you decide the best ship and vehicle in the verse. In the first phase, you'll be challenged to make as much noise as possible to champion your favourite vehicle. An original song, build something with Lego, take an epic in-game or real-life shot, make a trailer, music video, hell, build the ship for real if you're up to it. The top 16 flyable ships with the most activity will make their way into the Ship Showdown finals, where they will go head-to-head in the ultimate tournament of aerospace champions. When the time comes, don't forget to upvote, like and share your favourite creations, as a spot in the final four of this celebratory smackdown will open up the airlock for some fun surprises coming later in this year. So typically they build some free skins and little flair items for owners of that ship, or those ships, I should say. There have been some updates to the 3.17.2 live servers, so they had some issues. Character resets have been disabled since July 29th and remain disabled as the team continues to stabilise the supporting services. An additional hotfix has been deployed to address more party launch issues as well. There's currently a test build on the PTU at the moment. We've got a 3.17.2 V build, not on the live servers but on the PTU servers. So this wants to address various bugs and issues with that 3.17.2 live build. Change-wise, we've got combat assistance service beacon tweaks. They lowered the frequency of low threat missions, increased the frequency of moderate, high, and critical threat missions. So you're going to get more of those higher end missions, no constant sort of spamming of very, very low end ones. They fixed an issue that was causing combat assist beacons to pay much more than intended as well. But obviously, for the lower end missions, they didn't want you to get these massive payouts for just taking out an Aurora. They've changed max button on shop kiosks to +10, so you can't buy a maximum item, you can only pay +10 of each time now. Friends lists are now sorted alphabetically. They did various fixes as well, tweaks to the Comlink app. They fixed an issue causing multiple elevators to break and not function, which is great to hear. Party launching should now work more consistently, although this has already been hotfixed on the live build. Players should no longer be arrested when using the Orison Spaceport docking port elevators. Sending Alpha UEC to a player not in the sender's instance will no longer cause Alpha UEC to disappear into the void. Again, this has been hotfixed on live. Renting ships should no longer give a transaction error. Again, hotfixed on live already. The go-to mission objective part of unauthorized surveillance detected missions should no longer fail after players have already completed the mission contract, and they fixed an additional 5 client, 5 server crashes and a server deadlock. There's also some dynamic event additions and bug fixes. They added a HUD thing to tell players to leave the island at the end of the Siege of Orison mission. They fixed issues with the IFFI not spawning, so you can actually now complete the Siege of Orison. Siege of Orison should now complete correctly after all objectives are complete. AI should no longer become trapped inside the closet cargo containers on the barge. They fixed an issue causing players to be sent to prison after the Siege of Orison. They fixed an issue where players were not getting rewards until the end of the mission. That's not intended. They were meant to get it as they complete objectives. They fixed various audio issues with audio playing when it shouldn't play, an issue where objectives wouldn't fail when ships were destroyed, and an issue where the search marker could appear. Also fixed an issue where the event was over, the player would still get dialogue lines on the boarding platform to tell them to join the mission, and the Ninetales blockade should now correctly spawn at the space station instead of spawning a far distance away from that. This isn't the end of the improvements that they want to make either, because Cloud Imperium said they wanted to further improve the PTU, saying, "We are currently working on a new build release onto the PTU with further elevator, underground facility, AI, and Siege of Orison changes and fixes." That's great, because that's basically the main issues that players are currently having with game accessibility. So great if Cloud Imperium can do that and get that in a great state. I'm hoping, and it looks like they're going to be running the Siege of Orison event a lot more after the current sort of phase has ended. Let me give you a quick summary of the previous week's stuff that they did. So last week, the roadmap for Alpha 3.18 saw some hefty updates, adding lots of stuff. So we've got the 600 Iron Mercury Star Runner crash sites, new rivers on Hurston and Microtech, sand caves, Arena Commander Racing's getting an overhaul, Prison is getting updates, Security Post Korea is getting a load of content and making it much more of a hot zone and more interesting. New missions are Orison are coming and its platforms, new interdiction scenarios, there's environmental space missions, and this is being added to the already known major features of the cargo system refactor, the Drake Vulture salvage, salvage for the Reclaimer as well now, hand salvage as well, and persistent entity streaming. So the PTU testing for that Alpha 3.18 patch is expected to start pretty soon, probably later this month, although Cloud Imperium have not given us any confirmations yet. We had 2 monthly reports as well recently, one on Star Citizen's Persistent Universe and the other one for Squadron 42 Episode 1. I've got video breakdowns on both of those in great detail, and I will link them down below, and you should definitely watch them after this video. But there was fantastic progress made on AI and NPCs and various ships, including the Hull C, Argo SRV, the tow ship, the Drake Corsair, and some other new ships and vehicles too, which they have yet to announce fully. Feature-wise, the star map, new gadgets, life support, engineering are all progressing. That's some highlights for you. Watch those videos. In Star Citizen Live, making VFX, that they had an artist that made a dome shield and showed off some cool particle effects that artists have access to. The sneak peek from the newsletter was of the Hull C. I'm thinking that we might get that ship as part of 3.18 as well. That's my hope. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen update this time. You can expect Cloud Imperium to be running more of that Siege of Orison event, at least in my opinion, after those currently scheduled times, because they're probably going to go, you know what, once we've got those additional fixes in and those tweaks in, we're going to want to run the Siege of Orison when it's fully working. But what do you think? Are you excited for the ship Showdown? Will another ship meme its way to the top, like the Argo Cargo last year? When do you think Alpha 3.18 will start its testing cycle with Evocati? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. You're on a plane, it's about to crash. Maybe you're in a jungle and a vicious predator attacks. There's a nuclear war and you're caught short on the toilet. You're drowning in shark-infested waters. How did you get here? What do all these scenarios have in common? That's right, easily preventable with the use of nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. It's like the ultimate survival toolkit, but to aid in internet security and accessibility. Now I can watch my favourite Netflix and anime shows from a different country while I'm lost in the rainforest just before a tiger eats me. Thanks nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. You can get discounts by using the links below. But please note that probably in the case of a plane crash or, you're drowning, NordVPN might not be the most effective solution. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. This month we're giving away an RSI Scorpius heavy fighter. This 2-seater powerful heavy fighter allows you to pretend you're in Star Wars with your X-Wing. It comes with a lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen, so even if you haven't got a Star Citizen account already, you can play the game. to be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during August. A massive thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel or just watches my content or comments and likes and shares those videos. It really genuinely does help. And if you want to go the extra mile to help support the channel, you can click on the join button under any of my videos or click on the links to Patreon. It all goes a huge way to help the channel grow and expand. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great time in Alpha 3.17.2 and I hope to see you in the verse.